Okay, here we are again with our blue rectangle. This time I'm going to talk about duplicating things. A lot of the objects and things that you do inside of Illustrator is by duplicating or copying and pasting and things like that inside of Illustrator. So in this case, I have a blue rectangle. With my blue rectangle, I want to copy and paste it. Copy on the keyboard is Control C. Pasting on the keyboard, or actually if you're on a Mac, it's Command. Control C, and then hit Control V. What happened there? What did it do? Well, by doing that, it makes no objects. Why didn't it do it? Let me try it again. Control C, Control V. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. Okay, so that way I actually have another rectangle. Well, the downfall of that is it took a lot of effort to actually do that. So let's do it a different way. Having to do two things like that, Control C, Control V, or if you want to use the menu items to copy things, it's under Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste. Too much work. Hit Delete. Let me get rid of that. What I'm really going to do, a simple, quick, and easy way, and those of you who are on a Mac, again, we're going to use the Option key. I'm going to use the Alt key on the Windows. If I hold, I'm using the black selection tool here. If I am using the Alt key, I'm going to click and drag. Click and drag. And by letting the mouse go, you'll notice it duplicates. Oh, how did I do that again? Well, let's actually make two of them. I'm going to move this a little closer here. I'm going to select both of these guys. Remember how to select both of them? Either shift click on both of them, or remember drawing the box from the last video. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Let's do one more over here. So I'm going to hold down again the Alt key. By holding the Alt key down, I'm using the black arrow. I'm going to click with the left mouse and drag. Notice that? Oof, now I have more than one. Okay, now if I want to select all three of them, again, draw a box, and I'm going to hold down the Alt key again, and I'm going to use the left mouse. I'm going to click and drag. If I hold the Shift key down, it'll make a perfect straight line. Look at that. Alt, click, and drag. Alt, click, and drag. So you can make patterns and things very easily and quickly inside of Illustrator using the Alt key and this black selection tool here, and make things very quickly like this inside of Illustrator. Amazing. Okay, let's talk about some of the other tools. I'm going to actually delete some of this stuff. I just want to go back to one rectangle. Here's my one rectangle. I'm going to make it bigger. Remember how in the first video I was showing you how you can grab the edges of things when you're using the black arrow, and then you can even rotate things. Whoa, look at that. I rotated. I'm going to undo that, Apple Z. Remember the undo, edit, undo. Remember that? Again, if I click and drag and I make a mistake, I'm like, oh, I didn't want to do that. You can undo it again by going under edit, undo, rotate, and it goes back. Okay, so far we've been talking about moving objects, making objects, rearranging objects, and things like that. Coloring objects. Remember we selected it and went into a color here. Ooh, let's get bright orange. How about that orange? That's better. Okay, we really haven't talked about color or zooming and things like that. Again, one of the things I do a lot inside of Illustrator is use the keyboard commands to zoom in and out. What I mean by zoom in and out is the magnification of the object. What is magnification? Magnification is sort of where you're getting closer to an object or further away from an object. And right now we're at 76%. How do I know that? What is 76%? Well, the zoom factor is 76%. Whenever you view anything at 100%, and I'm going to zoom in. How do I zoom in? Well, I'm going to hold the Control key down or Command key on a Mac and go Control plus, like you would add and adding, Control plus. Now it's at 100%. Woo! Seeing things at 100% right here, you can see it up here at the top. Seeing things at 100% inside of Illustrator really will help you know what it's going to look like in a final project. What does that mean? Well, if I was going to put this on a website, this beautiful orange circle, or no, it's a perfect square, that is. This beautiful orange square, if I was going to put it on a website, you'll notice it will be this size on a website. When you're seeing it at 100%, this is the dimension that the final object will be in. Okay, so I can zoom out. It's Control minus. And if you're working something like this and you're working away and you're looking at something and say, oh, that looks like a good square and I want to put it on my website, and you go and file save, it's not going to be this size on your website. Why is that? Well, it's not showing you it. You're zoomed out 33.33%. The way it will look on a web page or in a printed brochure or anything is the way you look at it when it's at 100%. 100%. Okay, another very useful keyboard command besides Control plus and Control minus to zoom in and out is the space bar. Space bar is, if you hold the space bar down when you're in Illustrator, you'll notice what it gives you is a hand. Wow, look at that guy. It's a hand. That hand can be used, and I'm holding the left mouse down. So I'm holding down the space bar, gives me a hand. And I'm going to hold the left mouse down on my keyboard, or on my mouse here, and it moves around. So as you're working, you want to zoom in and out and move things around, especially if you're zoomed in all the way. I'm going to zoom in a lot. I want to move to the corner. I'm going to zoom in and move to the corner because we're going to talk about the line that goes around an object. That line that goes around the object is called the stroke. So zoom in. Again, it's Command plus or Command minus on Mac, or Control plus, Control minus on Windows. Get the hand with the space bar, use the left mouse and zoom in and move around so that you have a corner of your rectangle. Okay, let's talk about every object inside of Illustrator has two characteristics. It has a fill, which is the color inside, and a stroke, which is a line that goes around the outside. Now that line by default is 1 point, as you can see here, and it's black. See the options up here? I can change all these options. I can make it bigger by clicking on this pull down menu. There's one right here. See it? I can click on it and make it bigger. Oh, gotta have your object selected first. You notice I changed it and nothing happened. What did I do wrong? Oh, why doesn't it change? Well, the reason why it doesn't change is because I didn't have it selected. Remember, deselect, select, deselect, select. If I hold the mouse down here and go, I'm going to go down to like 8. Oh man, you can see how thick the line is now. Okay, so the stroke is the line that goes around the outside. You can change the color right here as a pull down menu. Or again, remember that there's a color swatch down here. We can change a color down here. This color swatch down here, or what's called the color picker, how you change the color. You choose the color from inside this big box right here. You can see me choosing it. And then you can change the hue. Hue is the color value here by dragging the little rectangle. See the little rectangle? I'm using the left mouse and I'm dragging up and down, up and down, up and down. So that is how you can change the color. Okay. How about a green line around a yellow, or orange? Wow, that's a good color. In addition, you can actually change the type of stroke that goes around the outside. You'll see it says uniform right here. I can change the stroke. It gets thick and thin, or I get it kind of crazy like that. There's a whole bunch of options under here. Whew. Let's see what that one looks like all the way around. See how it's thick on one side and thin on the other? That's not very nice. I'm going to go back to normal. Oh, that's not normal. There it is, uniform. Okay, over here is like some dashed lines or some crazy lines. What else do we got? We got all kinds of things like around the outside. Swirly lines. Look, that one even has a little ghost to it. You'll see it's transparency to it. We can do a line that goes around with round edges and things. So there's a lot to it. Lot to changing sizes, zooming in and out, and things like that. Clicking on and off, changing the size, duplicating. What was duplicating again? Alt, click, and drag. Duplicating. Look at that. Okay, so you can quickly make artwork very easily in this program. A lot of this program is repeating and duplicating things. Okay, and things like that. You can change colors. Ooh, I'm still changing the stroke. That's pretty cool. Okay, so it's a lot of fun. Uh-oh, I lost my options, didn't I? I don't know how I did that. Put it back. Oh. One of the things you're going to run into is Illustrator has all these pop-up menus and pull-down menus and things like that, and we haven't even got to how to dock them together yet. Whew. That's another thing you have to get used to, is docking things. It's very hard to get used to doing things in this program, and it takes a lot of practice. And you will get frustrated, you will scream and yell at it. It happens. Try not to get frustrated. Try not to have stress. Just try some things. If all the menus go crazy on you, just go back to normal. Going under Window, Workspace, Essential. It'll go back to normal. So those are things that I want you to practice at the beginning. I'm going to stop this video now. Just play around. That's circles and squares is all I want you to do right now. There's a whole bunch of other features. I'm going to make another video next on how to make the flower.